Hey guys, what's up YouTube? There's a Widow Maker back in action here. I'm gonna melt some wheel weights today, and I got a new burner, a new system, and I'll share it with you here in just a moment. We got all kinds of wheel weights here. I've already melted some, probably about 40 pounds worth or so. So we got the fire heated up, got the fire going. Alright, so get the pan up here and start getting it warmed up. And got some weights down here. I'm just going to put them in a bucket so I don't strain my back. That way is a little slow, so alright, here we go. Alright, good Lord. I think I ever did it that time. Whew. Well, we'll try to melt these down like that. See what happens. We'll try it. Alright, yes, this is a lot better system I got here than what I had before. Before, I just had a Coleman stove, which there's nothing wrong with that. It just takes a little bit of time, but this is the way here to get it done. This is a turkey fryer burner, I guess is what you call it. You can pick them up at Walmart. I don't know, maybe around 40 bucks, I think. Maybe I paid for it. But let me tell you, it's worth its weight in gold. I'll tell you that right now. Because before, I used that Coleman stove, and I went back over it. I went over it while it was burning underneath like that, like it is now with a torch. Which, that's really not a very good idea, because those hollow points, you'd heat them up so fast with that torch that they'd actually splatter and throw lead. So you had to be careful about that, because you don't want it thrown on you, you know. So that was not really a good system so much. It worked, it got it done, but this is better. And I had a comment on YouTube about the way I was doing that with the torch. It releases dangerous vapors and all that and all this. Well, the kick in the head was I had a fan right here on high that was sucking out all the fumes. So I'm not worried too much about fumes. I'm outside. And yes, it's still toxic. I understand that. Stay upwind from it. It's blowing this way. I'm not getting a bit of the after effect of it. So I'm gonna let this cook off, guys, and we'll be back. I'm gonna fill my bucket up here. Alright YouTube, we're back. This stuff is kicking off pretty good here. All that paint and lead fumes is about gone. It's still some there, but yeah, questions sometimes from casters, people that are wanting to get into it, and I guarantee that right there isn't lead. That right there is zinc, I guarantee it. So you want to watch that carefully. You get zinc melt in your alloy, it's going to ruin it, and possibly your pan that you're using, or whatever you're using to smelt it in. But for you new bullet casters or the people that are wanting to get into it. The wind is changing about 10 different directions in a minute. The best thing to do is let this stuff cook off. Just walk away from it and let it smoke out. That's the best thing to do. But for people that are wanting to get into bullet casting, thinking about getting into it and don't really know what way to go, I guarantee that right there is zinc to you. Man, who sorted these little weights? I did, but you'd think, yeah, it says right there. See that ZN right here? That's zinc, my friends. I did sort them, but apparently, if you're melting the lead and you notice that they're not really melting, get them out, man, because if they, more than likely it's going to be zinc. You know, if it's steel wheel weights, that's fine. That ain't really going to hurt you. Some people don't even sort them. Some people just pour them in there and heat them up, and one's a melt, and one's a don't oil, you know. But you know, you can do that if you monitor your temperatures closely, because zinc, see that one there ain't melted, that's a zinc one there. Zinc melts at a higher temperature. Not sure exactly what the melting point is on zinc. Here's another one. No, that's lead, I hope. Looks like zinc, but I hope I didn't get zinc in here. If I did, that would be the first time for me. But anyway, what I was going to say about for bullet casters, the noobs that are wanting to get into it, smelting, you want to use cast iron pot. Number one, it heats evenly all the way through. It heats really well. It holds heat really well. Number two, it's going to last pretty much a lifetime if you take care of it right. And probably the biggest, most important reason why is because, see, that's the steel one there, that ain't gonna matter there. Because the fill factor. You use steel pots, you heat them up, they work for a while, you know, that's great and wonderful and everything. Then you get you a big load of lead like I got going here, and then all of a sudden it decides to fail on you. You're going to lose quite a bit of lead unless you got a contraption there to catch it and you're anticipating a failure. But that's the thing about the steel pots. You know, you figure that'd be good for casting, but they're not. Go with cast iron on everything. I mean, this mold here is that's even cast iron. I mean, you can't get wrong with it. It's brittle. You got to be careful with it. Don't bang around too hard. But it'll pretty much last a lifetime. I gotta get a bucket here for this. I'll be right back. Oxidizing a little bit, but I think it has to do with I got a lot of heat on it, so we'll turn that down just a little bit there. You know, I don't have to get this stuff perfectly. Clean. Got a bottom of your pot on your furnace. Ooh, that had a little bit of water on it there. I don't know where that water comes from. I'm trying to flame my ladle there to warm it up. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't even know what I was saying. Anyway. Yeah, lost the train of thought there. Oh, with the with the concept of that you need to get it all clean and pretty and all that happy stuff, you've got a bottom porta pot for your bullets furnace. The impurities of lead is going to float to the top, so you're not going to have to really concern yourself with again in the product, because the impurities will always float to the top of the lead. And I've talked about bottom porta pot, or bottom porta ladle rather, and I'm really wanting to get one of those, but I've kind of ventured into a new hobby here, and I'm not giving this one up. I just got too many hobbies, boys. Got into a little bit of RC airplanes, turbo airplanes. Pretty interesting, pretty cool. Right there's what we just poured. And we can come over here. Guys, I'm going to apologize ahead of time for the camera work, because it's probably going to be really shaky, but doing this with one hand, there is your product. Alright. Now, it's an interesting color on that lid. It's bluish. It's got a blue tint to it. These act like they got water. Act like they got water in it, but I don't see how it does, because it was in the building. You don't want water in your molds, because that can be trouble there. Like I said, the best thing to do is just keep the water the heck away from it. That's your best bet, just to be safe. I'm telling everybody, water won't hurt lead. They don't look at it like you're stupid. But it's because most people have regurgitated and get into your lid. We're going to have that. But getting back on the concept about fluxing your lid, you do it to purify it, number one. Number two, you also do it because you want to mix the tin and antimony back in, put it back in the mix of the lead. You want to get that mixed in real well. If you keep on scraping and that milky substance on top, that's your tin and antimony. That's your antimony. A lot of people scrape that off thinking, oh, that's impurities there. Well, yeah, it floats. Impurities float to the top of it. But you also have to be careful and not keep skimming the surface so clean, because you can lose your tin and antimony that way. And that's kind of defeating the purpose. And I was going to say this here, I got a lot in it, but I forgot this ain't range scrap. I usually deal with range scrap, and this ain't like range scrap. These are wheel weights, which is a good mixture. Actually, I think it's a little bit too hard for what I use it for. 45 ACP, 38 special. Range scrap's fine. I've used even in a 40 cal and loaded it hotter than I don't know what. Loaded it as a jacketed bullet, with the exception you put a gas check on it, and it does just fine. I mean, there's no point in using real weights. But I think that the old lube method of the lubicizer has almost met its match, because the concept of that they got for the for powder coating. Oh yeah, that stuff's cooling off. Let's do a sizzle. The ground's wet, a little bit's damp, but I powder coat. But the only thing I powder coat is 40 cal, 40 Smith & Wesson. That's the only thing I powder coat. Don't need it to powder coat anything else, unless you just want it for the looks, want to be pretty and stuff. It's an art, and that is cool. You know, you can get bullets any color you want. And, you know, that's all neat. It's all neat and everything. If you just want to do it for that reason, go ahead. It's your prerogative. You can do what you want. I'm just saying, on most calibers, it's not necessary. If it's going under 1,000 feet per second, I don't think it's necessary. 9mm, I'm not sure what the speed is on them, but I guarantee it, you'll want to do it on 9 powder coating. I don't have a 9. I'd like to have one just for range purposes. For me, I think it's a little light for self-defense. You know, it's debatable. That's starting a war there, I guess, but it's all opinionated, whatever. Yeah, it can knock you out, it can take care of it, it can do the job, I understand that. A lot of it's just opinionated and what you feel comfortable with. And the most important thing is, talking about that defense, what you use for defense or whatever, the most important thing is a gun that you can use consistently, comfortably, and you can handle without the flinch, without the massive recoil. Like me, I'm a big guy. I shoot big guns, you know, calibers as far as handguns. I don't have no 460 or no 454 assault. I have shot them. 454 is like unbelievably powerful. I compare it to, it may not be a very good comparison, but I've always said it's like taking a 30-06 and putting it in take a 30-06 round and throw it in a gun. There you go. But just to tell you how powerful it is, I was 20 yards shooting at 20 yards. 20 yards downrange was a target. There was leaves on the ground by the target because it was in the fall, and it was 20 yards away, and the combustion of that gun hit those leaves and blew them. I couldn't believe it. I mean, that's how, it's unbelievable, the energy that thing's got. So anyway, I'm getting totally off subject here, but it's always interesting. I'd like to get a 9, like I said, just I've seen one on the internet, watching a video on first person defender. If y'all are into self-defense and want to watch some cool techniques, training techniques, and stuff for self-defense, using a gun for self-defense. Check out First Person Defender is what it's called, and it's on the gun channel, Gun Talk, I believe, and they got 4 seasons up, and I don't know how long it takes by the time it airs to get on YouTube. I have no idea, because I'm not even sure what channel that's even on. Probably outdoor channel, probably, I'm not sure, but we I watched them, and they're really good and interesting, and I understand that just watching them isn't going to do a whole lot, because the stuff that the tactics that you have to use for different situations, you're not going to get the full effect until you're in the situation, because of the fact of the adrenaline and all that. But anyway, I haven't had any training like that. I'd love to get on the show though. It's pretty daggone cool. So if you're into that sort of thing, just check that out. It's a really good program. I forgot what the guy's last name is. It's on it. First series they had a couple of different guys on, but I don't know if they got into doing different stuff. I don't know what the deal was with that, but they don't do it no more. The guy that does it now, his name's Chris. I can't think of his last name right off, but he knows his crap. And if I'm not mistaken, he is or was on the SWAT team, so that in itself is pretty bad. Anyway, I was wanting to share my setup with you that I got, and it's a lot better setup than what I had, definitely. So if you get a chance, go to Walmart, and or you know, you may be able to shop online for them, and check that out. Because it does really good. It does really good. I need to turn the heat up a little bit. There we go. It's cooking now. But as always, guys, see you in the next one.